So Juneteenth is annually observed on June 19th. It commemorates the emancipation of enslaved African Americans in the United States. Now, it marks the day, June 19th, 1865, when enslaved people in Texas learned of their freedom more than 2 years after President Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation. And so the city of El Paso is going to be hosting a celebration of Juneteenth during a free family-friendly event from 5:30 to 9:30 p.m. tomorrow, June 13th, at Nations Tobin Park on Railroad Drive. It's hosted by the city's Parks and Recreation Department in conjunction with the nonprofit organization Black El Paso Voice. And there's going to be all kinds of stuff. There's going to be bouncy houses. There's going to be informational booths. They're going to have games for everybody, all kinds of great music and performances. Just a really great thing to go out and take advantage of and see. And you can get a lot more information on the city's website, also on the Black El Paso Voice Facebook page.
Yeah, a fun event. I actually swung by a couple of years ago. I was in the area and saw they were doing some stuff, and it's just a good time, man. There's just a lot of people hanging out, having a great time. It's going to be a great weekend for it, so why not? You know, we got a couple of really sunny days coming up this week and next week, so going to have some really good weather for it. It's nice. I've been working my way through the Ken Burns Civil War documentary, and there is no better Civil War documentary or documentary about enslaved folk than this. Boy, some of the revelations in that documentary about a lot of stuff like this about like the time span of these things, I think is always staggering. It's like, what do you mean they didn't know for 2 years?
For 2 years.
Yeah, it's like back in those days, it was easy just to be first of all, we can just never tell these people.
Right, exactly.
And then second of all, who's going to come down here and stop us?
Yeah, it was a long way, from where the Union was and all the Confederate states to get to Texas, because how far we are away from the eastern seaboard to begin with.
Yeah.
You couldn't just hop on the interstate. You had to send troops down.
And it's not like you had really big central cities either.
Not in those days.
A lot of very spread out people all over, and we're a big state. Even with a car, we're a big state.
Forget it. It was, of course, I always recommend, if you can sit through that kind of thing, I always recommend that. I mean, it's just a fascinating watch, real eye-opening watch.
It really is.
Boy, the City Parks and Recreation Department, they always do a good job this time of year with Juneteenth and that kind of thing. There's a lot of stuff going on, I think, downtown as well.
A lot of stuff. And then there's also, you should also go visit Concordia Cemetery, because there's the Buffalo Soldiers Memorial out there.
Yes.
Which is really moving. They did such a good job with that. And the Concordia Association, the Concordia Cemetery Association really keeps up with that area. They do such a good job at taking care of it. And there's, informational stuff out there as well. And just a really nice way to commemorate the month.
Yeah, a lot of nice stuff going down, not just this weekend, but next weekend as well. You can go to ktsm.com or the Parks website, and you can kind of get a good rundown of everything that's going on